Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, Tuesday, 16th of April. Today, we got building permits and housing starts numbers, and they are cooling off pretty much. So the month over month on the housing starts, it's minus 14, coming up from the 12 in the positive, and building permits month over month also in the negative, minus 4.3%. Also, on the industrial production year over year and month over month, we got a little bit of relief, but still higher and prolonging the positive way. So the production, the economy, and the manufacturing sector is still strong. Look at this manufacturing production still on the positive. So I think the cool down on the building permits and the housing sector is pretty much a check, meet expectations. The manufacturing supports the fact that the economy is still growing. But today, the big announcement is Fed Chair Powell is speaking right now, right now. And he just said something that is plummeting the markets. Recent data shows lack of further progress on inflation. 12-month core PCE inflation was little change in March according to the estimates. So basically, this is the Nasdaq 1 hour chart, and as we've been doing lower highs and been selling off for more than 2 days, I've been just tracking the golden pocket. And if you've been following my videos, my previous videos, these fib retracements are usually quite nice. So I was watching just that today. After yesterday's big sell-off, this was also exactly this fib retracement, and today I was expecting also the same. But due to Chair Powell speaking, we just didn't move. We are not moving. So we are still in an open 1 hour fair value gap, inverse, bearish fair value gap. We still have ways for a pullback after yesterday's sell-off. And if we go to the 1 minute, we can see the volatility right now. Everything is white because basically we are in this 1 hour. Let me just show you in this 1 hour fair value gap that we've been just trying to consolidate and build some structure. On the ES is also, we are on the daily fair value gap, but we are way weaker on the S&Ps due to small caps being destroyed. We have still a lot of more potential to the downside for this liquidity. So the Nasdaq and the ES are in a really tricky situation because right now there's no support, not enough structure, and I would like for the Nasdaq to take these two big liquidity pools. That would be more than 3% to the downside. So I've been being patient because after all these big sell-offs, all these lower highs that we're building in the S&Ps, in the Nasdaq, and now the uncertainty on the war, and now the Fed, Powell is saying that obviously inflation is not progressing as expected. So as you can see, volatility it's pretty damn high. The VIX was at 18, even 19 yesterday. Today is just pulling back a bit, minus 4%, but we are still seeing a lot of volatility. Now, let me just clear a bit to really just remove this 1 hour and the 4 hours. So let's remove the 4 hour for now. Let me just go to the 1 minute because I'm just reading news from Powell. Powell just said that it is appropriate to let policy take further time to work. So obviously, the rate cuts are not going to be there as sooner as the market was expecting. So traders of rate futures are reducing expectations for the Fed to rate cuts more than once this year. And as you can see, look at these yields, look at the futures, interest rate futures. Everything is in the green and pushing higher because basically Powell is telling the truth. Inflation is not progressing. We are going to be higher for longer, and markets are not liking that. We've been chopping around today throughout all the day because after yesterday's big sell-off, we are in this range of basically 150 points for hours for the entire day. And it's true that I've been waiting for a little bit of a pullback or continuation lower to take more shorts because I don't want to just short this bottom. But if we continue doing these lower highs scheme, I mean the AES is it's quite clear, it's super bearish. So the only thing that I would like to see is how we close today after all these Powell statements. There's some liquidity up here, but it's not a big pool. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we just crawl higher towards some kind of zone of the 50% retracement, and then tomorrow we continue lower. I don't think we are going to be able to do an intraday higher high between all these series of lower highs. I mean, we are quite bearish. Dollar is still super strong. Small caps are being destroyed. The only thing that is being pushed, because obviously hedge funds and big investors need to put the money somewhere, it's Nvidia. Nvidia is just being propped up, Meta, so there's some rotation, but in terms of equities, the Nasdaq is just being quite weak. Everything, Nasdaq, S&Ps, small caps, I mean financials, look at all these banks, are super weak. We are in an environment in which not only the Feds and Powell are speaking the truth, saying that inflation is not progressing as expected. We have also uncertainty in the Middle East with Israel. I mean, there's a lot of things. And I've been telling you this for a couple of videos since Saturday. And I will repeat myself. Be patient. Let the market digest everything. Uncertainty is your worst enemy. You cannot trade this. There's no way we can trade this. There's no setup. There's no trends. There's no clear direction. There's a lot of manipulation in and out of millions of dollars on hedges. So there's intraday for day traders like us. This is just a war, and there's no worth. It's not worth it for me. So my advice is just after what Jerome Powell just said, just take your time, read the news, and tomorrow I think will be a better day, better opportunities. I think it will present throughout the day and throughout the week for sure. I think we are super choppy. There's no there's no movement to either side. I think we are already quite sold, so quite short into this hole. So I don't think we are going to go lower for now today. Perhaps, as I was saying before earlier in the video, perhaps a little bit of pullback. 18,000 might be reclaimed. That would be a pretty psychological level. There's liquidity up here because there's a lot of, look at all these people that are just shorting the market up here. So I think today 18,000 might be a target. If you catch that, okay, but for me it's not worth. I will just wait for tomorrow, and that's all from my side. So as always, thank you for your time. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, because I upload videos like this one every single day for market forecasts, market updates, market recaps. I appreciate your time as always. Remember that this is a very, very volatile market. Take your time, be disciplined, be patient, manage your risk. I think it would be better to wait for better opportunities throughout the week and in the upcoming weeks. For now, the volatility is extreme, the uncertainty is pretty high. So my recommendation would be to just take it easy. So stay safe and see you tomorrow.